Good afternoon, and welcome to the Music and Technology Seminar at Carnegie Mellon. And good morning to our guest today, Dr. Euy Shick Hong, who is joining us from South Korea. Dr. Hong is a software engineer, a computer musician, and a jazz saxophone player. He is also a research and development team manager at FutureWiz, a company whose mission is to engage young kids to begin an early and unique start for their educational future. Please welcome Dr. Euy Shick Hong to the Music and Technology Seminar.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes,
Yep, we hear you.
Yes. Good afternoon, and I'm honored to be here today. I'm Dr. Euy Shick Hong, and I'd like to thank you for taking time from your busy schedule. I'm really excited to introduce my study. And today I'm gonna talk about the interactive web music technology with web technology. And I'll divide my presentation into 5 parts: the introduction, why web technology, how is web technology used, interactive web works and music, and conclusion. Okay, let's get it started. Firstly, who am I? I'm a saxophonist and software engineer and computer musician. And I have been playing for more than 25 years. I attended a lot of festival and music concerts. And now I'm reading the Dr. Hong Jazz Band and various musical works, such as the album and live session and jazz club. And this is my picture. Yeah. And currently, I have been working in an IT company for over 8 years, and I'm in charge of team manager and software engineer. I can handle the JavaScript and React and Node.js, Python, and PHP MySQL. And furthermore, I developed DrSax.js for interactive music. Yes. So we are short on time, and I'll be brief. And I'm a computer musician, and I attended various interactive performances with my saxophone as composer and session player and director and sound engineer. So this work made me helpful for putting together my works. Let's take a look at my education. And I got a doctoral degree at Dongguk University. My dissertation title is A Study of Interactive Web Applications Through Web-Based Audio Library Development. I made it with Web Audio API and Canvas and Node.js and JavaScript and HTML5. And recently, I was invited to Plymouth University in UK as visiting scholar. Okay, and I released some short papers and books, and time is limited. Yeah, I'll be brief. Next is why web technologies. The web has several notable advantages, such as the accessibility, portability, and usable mobile and compatibility with the PC and mobile pad. And I think it's worth and meaningful why we choose the web. So we start the day using mobile and PC until sleeping. So what I'm trying to say is the main technology of those is web. So we support many functions, web supports many functions such as the HTML5 and API, with the Chrome V8 engine and JavaScript, Node.js, and various API. Enthusiastically, I'll elaborate my works. Specifically, I'll let you know my works into 4 parts: the web technology and physical computing and interactive installation and interactive music. First, let me take a look at DrSax.js. The DrSax.js was based from Web Audio API. The Web Audio API was released in 2011 and developed with C++. We can use it with JavaScript. The DrSax.js is a library for interactive music for Web Audio API. So it has following features: the simple syntax and visualization and data control and utilize functions, and so it's really easy. Yes, it supports 3 parts: sound unit and visualization and data control. Yes, let me take a look with the tutorial site. We are short on time and I'll be brief. Okay. Yeah, this is tutorial site, and it supports a lot of example and method. So let me check the first demo. This is code source. Skip. Yes, it's a simple demo. It's kind of demonstration of take and release. Yeah, yes. So like this, and I'm gonna skip. And Second slide. And so I released some short paper about DrSax.js. It takes a long time. I'm gonna skip. Okay. And so I can show the various apps I made. It's kind of the FM synthesizer. So I developed simply. I control node. Yeah. Okay. And so next is, and I made some AI jazz bot. So it's kind of some AI application for jazz player. The let me see. So I made with some Keras and LSTM the AI technology. So for example, many jazz players should play and practice with some amazing players' licks. But it takes a long time to listen and to copy. So I set the various the useful jazz rig, and so it works to generate the jazz rig in quickly. Yeah. So this note is the jazz rig by the Bebop bot. So it works. Yeah. So when I button and it generates the different jazz. Yeah. So I made this application by Python and Keras and TensorFlow. So it was my first challenging to make some application by AI technology. So yeah, so I think that it has some potential stuff. Okay. Next is I made some web support. It's kind of some musical instrument on the web. So I'll share some video. Just a second, it takes.
I think he's trying to load some video. He's trying to load some video to show us.
Yeah. Okay. So let's skip this video. So yeah, there are a lot of things I can show you. And the next is I made some editor for the DrSax.js and Web Audio API. So it's really helpful for using DrSax.js, and it supports practical functions such as the tests and debugging and preset and dial, slide, piano keyboard, and text file download. And let me see. Yes, we can use the sample code and setup. And so we can code the left section, and we can test and debugging how it works with Web Audio API code with the various dial or keyboard. Okay, we are short on time. Let's move next one. And next is the interactive web application. It's kind of Dr. WebSex. Each interactive web audio system, and Dr. WebSex is the web application, and it works mobile and laptop. And it is made with DrSax.js, and it has the 11 component and uses the Node.js for real-time interaction. The figure indicates the structure of Dr. WebSex, and it supports recording and tuner and sound effects such as the delay, comp, EQ, time shift, and looping. So we can control the slide and knob of value on the mobile in real time. So it's kind of the one player can play some instrument with one Dr. WebSex, and another one, another engineer can control some various knob or slide. So it's developed as this figure. Server side is Node.js, and client side is DrSax.js. It can be used in various systems, but I did busking with Dr. WebSex in front of my school. So I used it instead of mic for real-time sound processing, and engineer control the value of the effect using another Dr. WebSex. So it shows the capture, and I did playing saxophone in front of the mobile, and the another one control the nodes and slide. Yes, Let me see the video. It works in real time interactively. Yes. Let's take a look the application a short time. So I'm gonna take a look deeply, and this is the Dr. WebSex, and it's kind of some functions, the audio player, tuner, record, and when I click and it is stopped, and so it has various some effects, the EQ and compress, pitch modulation, time modulation, delay, fanning. Yeah, you can see that. So it's kind of some slides to control, and it has some presets. Okay, let's move on to next. Next is the Dr. WebSex 2070. This is kind of audio system for performance and synthesizing. Firstly, So it's some musical audio system for real-time processing, and we can between comp and PT shift. Hello, 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 hello. It's kind of delay. Hello. Yes, and next is the since it has some various synthesizer FM, AM, and subtractive. Yeah, and, I'm gonna skip. And next is the Play the Light of Monet. It's kind of interactive media installation, and audiences can control our image and control and the color and bright and sound and timbre by emotion at the moment in real time where we are. Let's take a look at the video. It looks like some painting in the gallery, but it's kind of the web page. So you can see the sky and cloud, and it's changing by the user's controller in real time and sound. And we can chat. And another controller. Control the wave color. Yeah, let's change it. It's made for 4 people and 4 audience. Control the sand color. Sand color change. So it controls the ships moving and color. So I made these works for making some painting in real time with various audience and my friend or my colleague. And next is the composition 2070. So this works the interactive media installation. And this is similar the previous work. So this work was inspired from Kandinsky. So it works mobile and net type and installation for audiences. So I use the FM synthesis in DrSax.js for sound processing. So it looks like an art gallery. So when you go to the gallery and we just look around without abstractions, but this is installation that look like paint, and audiences can draw and complete artwork in real time. So we are identical FM synthesis frequency to color frequency. So it's synesthesia approach. Yeah. So it has two applications. First is
Oh no.
first is main screen, and next is the mobile controller. So we can control some touch or locking or drawing in canvas section. Yes, it's kind of showing the how it works. So let's see the video, and I'm gonna demo soon.
우와 이거 장난 아닌데.
Yeah, so there are some talking in Korean. So I'm gonna show how it works. Yeah, it's kind of you can see my cell phone, and I'm gonna control and draw. Yes, can you see where? Yeah, I'm gonna play. Yeah, it works. There are some latency, but it works in real time and interactively. So we can make some painting where we are in the world like this. And I'm in Korea, and you can see some painting in the USA. Okay. Next is let's talk about the physical computing for hybrid saxophone. And I have tried to renovate and built in Arduino to control a value and some sound control. So I made 3 hybrid saxophone. First is Dr. saxophone, and second is Dr. saxophone 2, and finally the tele saxophone. The Dr. saxophone is the hybrid saxophone, and I made some control knob and dial with Arduino, and I insert in the saxophone, into saxophone. So I removed some the pad because so for inserting, and so I played Dr. Saxophone in the interactive performance, Yeah, you can see a little bit. Yes, you can see the control my hand. Yes, and you can see my right hand, and I controlled some sound, the Arduino knob. Yes. The next is DrSax.2, and I developed the Arduino board, so I added some two knob and dial. Yeah. Let me see the video. You can see the Arduino equipment built in my saxophone. Which kind of the dial and slide is located the right of saxophone. Yeah. Yes. Okay. And next is the telesaxophone. It's kind of the electrical saxophone, and I made this saxophone for various concert or media installation, but there's a limit to control the elaborately. So recently, I I I want to renovate or to improve my telesaxophone. but I'm not too sure when I can do it. So it's kind of some blur. It's not clear the. Yeah. And next is the I performed the various concert for interactive music, and it's kind of the first interactive performance for me, and I played with the Max MSP, this control board. The title is Split. You can see there's some painting background. The image is painting by the saxophone's timbre and sound in real time. So you can see the control pedal like a guitar player, and it's kind of the MIDI controller. So it was linked to the Max MSP, and I could control the sound in real time with my foot as playing. Okay. Yeah, so there are some more videos, but the time to wrap up and the time is limited. So yes, I released the 2 books. So finally, and I have shown my works, and I'd like to thank you for your kind attention. And I had a presentation fastly, briefly with the limited time. So that's all I got. And do you have any question?
So I have a question.
Yeah.
The website or the company that you work for, FutureWiz, how many kids are involved in using the applications that you make?
I think that it depends on the various situations, but it has a lot of advantages to handle compared to the Max MSP. And you know, so we can access easily by mobile. So that is why, and I was obsessed to improve and to make something with the web application.
So do the people sign up like a subscription, or is it just random people that show up, or you have an actual client base?
So we can set, because and so if we make some performance or situation with my colleague or with my friend. So, but there's a need some specific requirements and limit, because so I made these application for demonstration. But if I have a chance more the serious or detailed situation, and I'm gonna develop.
So are there other questions, anyone?
Yeah, I have lots of questions, but let me start with I really liked the sounds from your saxophone 1 and saxophone 2, and I'm wondering if first of all, where is the electronic sound coming from? Is that processed inside the saxophone, or are you using an external computer to do that?
Actually, and when I played the dark saxophone 1, and I tried to make some sound from my saxophone. I mean, though I didn't use some wave file or some extra sound. So when I play saxophone, and I try to processing each kind of the pitch shift or delay or reverb, the feedback knob. So that is why, and so I can express what I feel in near time at the moment. So when I play the works a lot of times, but whenever I play, the time duration was different, and the musical sound was different, because I made the sound in real time with my foot controller, some sound knob or sound effects. Yeah, so it was really interesting for me.
But so I'm wondering what's the like how did you implement the digital signal processing, and where is it running?
So it's kind of the max MSP, firstly, and next time is on the web.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I really liked, I mean, the sounds to me, and maybe partly it's Zoom, but they sounded very gritty and rich. And I was wondering what techniques. I mean, you said pitch shifting and some things, but was there some kind of distortion or something that gave it that gritty sound? I'm not sure if that is very clear, but
Yeah.
I
So
thought because he had a nice microphone.
I'm sorry.
I thought it was because you had a good microphone.
Microphone.
actually, I thought it sounded kind of distorted, but in a very rich musical way. So I was wondering where the distortion sound came from.
I didn't mean to make some distortion sound, but it's kind of it was generated naturally, unintentionally. But I liked it because it's kind of side effect sound, I think.
Yeah.
Hi,
I want to get, yeah, go ahead.
sorry, I just had a question. So I love working with like web and audio just because web is it's such like a portable medium. And working with the web audio API is so painful from what I've experienced. So I had a question about the Dr. WebSax JS. So do you do the audio processing on the browser itself, or is it offloaded to like a server and then the audio gets sent back to the computer?
Mm, the basically DrSax.js is working on the front side without server. And additionally, I made some application, and it works on the Node.js server. So because it has a lot of advantages, such as the socket I/O. So it's helpful to work in real time without latency, and it works with JavaScript language. And I mean the front and server side is all the JavaScript flexible language. So I can handle easily. So that is why, and I selected the Node.js for server, and yeah.
Yeah. So I was just wondering, like, so I'm guessing all the audio processing is done with the web audio API.
Yeah, yes. So because the web audio API supports the real-time processing by the C++. So it works the various game application or some concert or some audio system. So that is why I choose the web audio API instead of the Max MSP, because of course Max and MSP is the one of the finest application for computer music, but we should upgrade and we should charge. But the web audio API is the open source, and we can handle and we can customize what I want to make.
Yeah. I think all the projects you've done are like very impressive. So thank you for sharing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Are there any other questions?
Yeah, I wanted to ask, you showed this Dr. Editor, but very quickly, and I didn't understand what it's for or what it does. So could you say a couple more words about that?
Yes, and it's kind of some editor like the code editor. So yes, let's just take a look a little bit. And for example, we can edit some code. And for example, I coded some script for Web Audio API, and we can upload the plaintext code, and the source code was updated in Dr. Editor, and we can demo and we can test how it works well. So play. Yeah, so it's kind of some editor like the code for JavaScript.
Yeah, okay. I think I got it. Thanks.
Are there any other questions? Okay, well, Dr. Hong, thank you very much for being here today. And could we all give Dr. Hong some applause?
So thanks again for having me here. I really enjoyed being able to talk to you, and I'm honored to be here today. Thank you very much.
Okay, we hope to see you again.
Okay.
Hey, thanks again.